Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you a story, a simple tale, really, about a man and a giant boulder. This boulder, colossal in size, sat right in the middle of his path. Each day, this man would push against the rock with all his might. The rock, however, remained unmoved. Neighbors would mock, "Why push this boulder when it clearly refuses to budge?" The man, undeterred, would reply, "Every push strengthens my arms, toughens my resolve, and teaches me new strategies. The goal isn't just to move the rock, but to improve myself." You see, the essence of this story lies not in the unmoving rock, but in the man's unwavering commitment to push against it. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of pushing yourself, not just in the physical sense, but in the broadest scope of life, pushing yourself beyond your current boundary, your comfort zones, and your perceived limits. Why is this concept of pushing oneself so crucial? Let's ponder this for a moment. In the grand tapestry of life, each thread of our experience contributes to the larger picture. We have the potential, each one of us, to craft a masterpiece or to leave our canvas blank and unremarkable. It's through pushing ourselves that we add color, depth, and vibrancy to our life's work. Consider for a moment the acorn. An acorn, by its very nature, is destined to become a mighty oak. But does it transform overnight? Certainly not. It endures the harshness of the seasons, the uncertainty of the elements, and the challenge of breaking through the soil. It's the push through adversity that transforms this tiny acorn into a towering oak. In a similar vein, our lives are brimming with acorns of potential. Potential that bears, not just for recognition, but for realization. To realize this potential, we must push ourselves, not sporadically, not half-heartedly, but consistently and relentlessly. Now, pushing oneself is no easy feat. It requires discipline, a word that often brings a sense of burden. But let me offer you a different perspective. Discipline is the bridge between thought and accomplishment. It's the driver of self-improvement. It's not the shackles that bind you, but the wings that allow you to soar. So how do we begin this process of pushing ourselves? It starts with a simple decision, a decision to no longer accept mediocrity from ourselves, a decision to reject the status quo, and a decision to stop making excuses. Excuses, my friends, are the nails used to build a house of failure. Let's not be architects of our own limitations. As we embark on this discussion, I want you to think about your own boulders, those challenges, goals in your life that seem immovable, insurmountable, and intimidating. These are not obstacles, my friends, but opportunities. Opportunities to push to grow and to exceed your own expectations. In the following moments, let's unravel these thoughts. Let's explore how we can push ourselves in self-discipline, in taking responsibility, in overcoming challenges and setting and achieving goals, and in the continuous journey of self-improvement. Remember, it's not just about moving the rock. It's about strengthening ourselves in the process. Let's begin this exploration together. Self-discipline, a word that often conjures images of stern-faced determination and unwavering focus. But let's strip away these images and ask ourselves, what truly is self-discipline? It is the ability, the inner strength to make a decision, to set a course, and to hold to that path, often against the tide of temptation, distraction, and immediate gratification. It's the silent force that lies between goals and accomplishment, between desire and fulfillment. In the realm of personal success, self-discipline is the sentinel, guards our ambitions, ensuring they don't fall prey to procrastination or wandering focus. It's the inner voice that says, keep going, keep pushing, when the easier choice might be to just take a step back. Let me illustrate this with a story, a real-life example. Consider a young musician. Every day, she sits at her piano, while her friends are out, basking in the warmth of the sun, or lost in the easy laughter of cafes. She's there, fingers dancing over the keys, poring over compositions, honing her craft. Why? Because she understands that each note, each hour, each day of practice propels her closer to mastery. It's her self-discipline that orchestrates her journey from an enthusiast to an artist. Or take the story of a writer whose dream it is to pen a novel that would one day grace the shelves of libraries and bookstores. Night after night, he sits, weaving narratives, not just with his words, but with his discipline. The television offers a tempting escape. The allure of a good night's sleep beckons. But his commitment to his craft, his self-discipline, keeps the pen moving, the pages turning. These stories, these vignettes of discipline, demonstrate that it's not just about grand achievements or public accolades. Self-discipline is about the quiet, personal victories, the small daily choices that build the foundation for later success. Now, cultivating this vital trait is not an overnight feat. It's a garden that needs constant tending. So how do we develop self-discipline? First, we must start with clear, well-defined goals. Goals are like stars to a sailor. They give direction and purpose. Without them, discipline has no direction. It's like trying to harness the wind without a sail. Know what you're working towards, be it improving your health, mastering a skill, or achieving a personal aim. Next, we must learn the art of self-awareness, understand your weaknesses, your tendencies to stray from the path. This isn't for self-reproach, but for developing strategies to overcome these challenges. If you know that social media is a distraction, develop habits to counteract its pull. It might be as simple as setting specific times for its use, or as firm as removing apps from your phone. Thirdly, embrace the power of routine. Discipline thrives on routine, on predictabilities. It's about creating a daily structure that nudges you towards your goals. Remember, the mightiest of rivers begins as a collection of consistent, converging trickles. Also, never underestimate the power of accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust, someone who will nudge you back on track when you stray. Accountability is the compass that keeps you oriented towards your goal. Finally, cultivate patience and forgiveness. You will have days where your discipline wanes, where you falter. Forgive yourself. Patience is the ally of discipline. It understands that mastery is a gradual process, that each day contributes a thread to the larger tapestry of achievement. Let's remember, self-discipline is not about a relentless pursuit of work devoid of joy. It's about finding balance. It's the balance between hard work and rest, between pushing your limits and acknowledging your need to recharge. It's the wisdom to know that to achieve great things, we must not only act but also dream, not only plan but also believe. In the tapestry of life, there's a thread that stands both subtle and strong, weaving through the fabric of our daily existence. This thread is personal responsibility. It's not just a concept, but a profound truth that shapes our lives, our successes, and our failures. Embracing personal responsibility means grasping the reins of your life firmly, steering your destiny in the direction you choose, not where the winds of circumstances might blow you. It's about acknowledging that you and no one else are the architect of your fate. The value of taking charge of one's life cannot be overstated. It's the cornerstone upon which self-respect, self-esteem, and personal dignity are built. It's the foundation of maturity and the hallmark of wisdom. In my observations and experiences, I've seen a troubling trend, a tendency to play the blame game. It's an easy trap, falling into the habit of attributing our misfortunes and failures to external factors, the economy, luck, circumstances, or other people. This is a dangerous path, for when we assign blame externally, we give away our power, become leaves tossed about in the wind, powerless and directionless. Consider the story of two farmers. Both face the same challenging conditions: drought, market fluctuations, and pests. One chose to blame these external factors for his poor crops, lamenting his fate. The other farmer took a different approach. He acknowledged the challenges, but focused on what he could control: his farming techniques, his attitude towards adversity, and his willingness to learn and adapt. The difference in their harvests was as stark as the difference in their attitudes. This brings us to the essence of accountability and action. When we embrace personal responsibility, we empower ourselves. We become proactive rather than reactive. We focus on what we can do, what we can change, and this leads to progress. It's about moving from a mindset of things happen to me to I make things happen. How do we cultivate this mindset of personal responsibility? It starts with a conscious decision to stop making excuses. Every excuse is a brick in the wall that stands between you and your potential. Tear down that wall. Make a commitment to own every aspect of your life, your actions, your choices, your responses, and your results. Next, develop a habit of self-reflection. Regularly assess your actions and decisions. Ask yourself, how did my choices contribute to this situation? Understand that this isn't about self-reproach, but about learning and growing. It's about gaining insights that empower you to make better choices in the future. Embracing personal responsibility also means setting high standards for yourself. It's about demanding more from yourself than anyone else could possibly expect. Hold yourself accountable to these standards, not out of a sense of obligation, but as a badge of honor. Moreover, surround yourself with people who reflect the values of personal responsibility you aspire to. We are often influenced more than we realize by the company we keep. Choose those who inspire you to rise, not those who drag you down with excuses and blame. Remember, personal responsibility is not about carrying the weight of the word on your shoulders. It's about the clarity that comes from understanding that your life direction is primarily up to you. It's about the sense of achievement that comes from knowing that your success is the result of your own efforts, decisions, and perseverance. In our quest for growth and self-improvement, we often encounter a landscape riddled with obstacles. These challenges, formidable as they may seem, are not just mere barriers in our path. Rather, they are indispensable parts of the journey, sculpting our character and fortifying our resolve. Let us first understand that facing life's obstacles is not an aberration, but a fundamental aspect of human experience. Challenges are as natural to our growth as sunlight is to a plant's growth. They are not signs of life's disfavor, but evidence of life's investment in our personal development. Consider the mighty oak tree, which starts its life as a fragile sapling, exposed to fierce winds. It could easily uproot and topple over. However, with each gust, its roots delve deeper, seeking more secure anchorage. In time, what was once fragile becomes formidable. In the same vein, the challenges we face are not meant to uproot us, but to deepen our roots, to strengthen our resolve, and to make us more resilient. Learning from failure is an art that requires a perspective shift. Failure is often stigmatized, seen as a final verdict on one's ability or worth. Yet this is a narrow view of what failure truly represents. Failure is not the antithesis of success. It is often its precursor. It is the tuition we pay for the lessons we need to learn. It is a tutor, albeit a strict one, guiding us towards a better, more effective path. I recall the story of a businessman who faced a series of failures in his ventures. Each endeavor seemed to end in disappointment. Yet with each failure, he gleaned insights about the market, about management, and most importantly, about himself. His failures were not roadblocks, but stepping stones, each leading him closer to eventual success. When he finally achieved his breakthrough, it was a culmination of all the lessons his past failures had taught him. The essence of resilience and perseverance cannot be overstated in this context. Resilience is that indomitable spirit that says, I will not be defeated even when faced with the most daunting challenges. Perseverance is the relentless determination to try again, to keep pushing forward regardless of how many times we've been set back. Resilience and perseverance are not innate traits bestowed upon a chosen few. They're muscles strengthened through use. Each challenge we face and overcome is an exercise in building resilience. Every time we refuse to surrender to setbacks, we fortify our capacity to persevere. So how do we cultivate this resilience and perseverance? It begins with a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth. It's about adopting an attitude that does not simply endure setbacks, but learns and adapts from them. It involves setting our sights and our goals with such focus that every obstacle becomes a mere checkpoint in our journey, not a final destination. We must also practice patience with ourselves. Resilience is not about immediate recovery or instant results. It's about steady, persistent progress. It's about understanding that the road to achievement is often a marathon, not a sprint. Moreover, we must surround ourselves with support, people who believe in us, who encourage us, who remind us of our capabilities when we start to doubt ourselves. The company we keep can either nourish our resilience or drain it. Choose those who bolster your strength and resolve. In the quest for achievement, the setting and pursuit of clear, achievable stand is the bedrock of success. It is an art, the art of translating visions into realities, dreams into achievements. This art, however, is not reserved for the few. It is accessible to each and every one of us, provided we understand and apply its principles. First, let's discuss the importance of setting clear, achievable goals. Goals are the targets towards which our efforts are directed. They are the beacons of light, guiding us through the fog of daily distractions and diversions. Without clear goals, our efforts can become scattered and unproductive. Imagine an archer without a target. Where should he aim? How will he know if he has improved or succeeded? Goals give our efforts direction and purpose. But setting goals is not just about ambition. It's about achievable ambition. Goals should stretch us, yes, but they should also be within the realm of possibility. They should be challenging yet attainable, ambitious yet realistic. The art of goal setting is striking the delicate balance between what we aspire to achieve and what we can realistically. Once goals are set, the journey to achievement begins. This journey is not a straight path. It's often winding and full of obstacles. Breaking down this journey into manageable steps is crucial. It's like climbing a mountain. Reaching the summit requires one to conquer many smaller peaks along the way. Let's consider the process of goal achievement as a series of steps. The first step is planning. This involves mapping out a clear path to your goal, identifying the resources you'll